Hi, and welcome to the first ever episode of Run Till You're Done.
Amazing.
We're here at the end of the Fetteresso Trail Marathon, and today's female winner, Meryl Cooper, has kindly joined me for an interview. Meryl, can you give me a brief description of your running history?
So yeah, I kind of started running in 2015, 16. I'd only done like a little bit of kind of some 10Ks, some maybe like one half marathon around then, but it really played like a lot of football and lots of different sports. So I kind of like was fit from doing that, but not very running fit and certainly hadn't done any hills or anything. So yeah, got into it then, and then I kind of just gradually started to increase the distance. I did a little bit of trail running when I was out living in the UAE at the time, in Dubai.
Okay.
Loved it. I think it reminded me of just being back home, and like used to really like mountain biking when I lived down in Edinburgh and things like that. So yeah, just started to get back out into the nature and the outdoors and a bit of trail running instead of biking, and just quite quickly fell in love with it and built up the distance. 2017 I did a 50k, which was quite flat, I suppose, compared to some of the stuff I do now. Had about 1,500 meters of elevation, and that was in Oman. And then later that year I went and did Eiger Ultra Trail 51k with 3,500 meters, and that was my kind of introduction to proper ultra trail stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, just went from there, and I've just kind of built things up a little bit. Decided I wanted to actually kind of compete in this sport probably the following year, 2018, and I've been competing in it since. So today was great fun, though. I have to say I really enjoyed doing something a bit shorter and
Yeah.
maybe less hilly, where you can actually run all the hills, not walk them. So it's cool.
Compared to what you're used to, today was quite flat, I think.
Yeah, no, it was. I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. I quite liked the kind of, I suppose, like the moderate effort that you can kind of do over that, and just like I hadn't recce'd it. I had really no idea how long it would take, so I just ran to feel, and just it's quite nice just constantly checking in. It's like, do you think I can keep this going for a marathon? Yeah, probably can. And just focusing on all the other stuff like fueling and hydrating and trying to keep my form quite good. And yeah.
What were you fueling with today?
So I was fueling with gels, so torque gels. Kind of, I wasn't as on it as normal because I was also a little bit nervous because it maybe was a little bit higher effort than I am used to training with my gels. So probably was having about a gel every 25 minutes, and they're 30 grams of carb. So it would have probably been around 80 grams of carb an hour. I also was quite strict with my hydration and made sure that I had, I think I had 2 litres over the time, so just under 3 hours 20. I had 2 litres of water with electrolytes, and there was a bit of carb in that drink, so it was constantly like that little bit of electrolytes and carb. And I also had a salt tablet every hour. I did have 3 salt tablets in the race. I think that was about it, all fueling wise.
You're putting me to shame. I think I had about 80 grams of carbs for the whole race.
Wow.
And probably about 200 mils of water.
Yeah, you know what, I was surprised. There was a lot of people I saw not filling up at all, and everyone's different, but there is a lot of research out there of hydration with performance, and I know I'm not as fast as probably even yourself and a lot of other runners out there, but it stops you from slowing down, doesn't it? It's
definitely
it's not I always believe, and I've got told this probably back in 2019, it's not the fastest person who wins an ultra, it's the person who slows down the least. And I just always kind of remember that, and So it's all about managing yourself, isn't it, over these longer distances? So yeah.
What kind of distance would you say that you were like? What's your ideal distance?
I do think it's maybe around like 50 mile, but probably with like a bit of elevation, but not as much elevation as what I seem to end up racing all the time. So like the World Champs I was at in November, and it was 80k with 4,500 meters of elevation, or 50 miles and 4,500. I'm not sure what that is in feet, I'm afraid. Would it be something like 14,000?
Yeah,
really more.
You're probably younger, well, a lot younger than I am. So your feet and meters and kilometers. Is that right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think that came from like starting running in Dubai as well, because that was instead of starting running in the UK. But yeah, I think some of my better races have been hilly, but not that hilly. And I do think that's what I prefer. So about 50 miles, and probably over the 50 miles, maybe high 2,000 meters, maybe 3,000 meters of elevation. Yeah, I think that would be my sweet spot.
Yeah, I'm a sort of mixture of meters for elevation and miles for distance. I tried to convert.
A lot of people do that. Yeah.
Try to convert to kilometers on my watch, but because I'm so used to miles, I ended up just not looking at my watch. So it's kind of, what's the point?
Yeah.
Out of all the races that you've done, or not even races, what's your biggest running achievement?
I do think, like, obviously getting to run for Great Britain's been a pretty big achievement. To get selected, and when there's been some pretty tough selection policies as well. So yeah, I think that probably is. I still don't think that my performances I've had when I've been representing Great Britain, I don't think reflects what I'm capable of yet. I don't think I've done that. So I think if I get to do that, that would be my greatest achievement, is running for my country and giving it my best, and feeling my performance reflected what I can do. But yes, I think that probably is. But another highlight was definitely winning the British Championship 21. It was the Lakeland Trails 100k race. I think that probably is definitely up there.
Have you been selected again? Have you got a qualifying coming up?
Yeah, so I'm basically about to go out to Trans Gran Canaria race, 84k race there with 4,500 meters at the end of this month. So that will be a bit of a qualifier, but yeah, there's no guarantee. The selection policy is pretty tough and stuff, so just gotta go do my best and see what happens.
We both just finished a marathon.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to stop chafing?
Yeah, just like being really. I don't think I got any today actually, which is quite a miracle, but definitely would over a longer distance. But I do put on anti-chafe normally. Totally forgot to do it today, but on any bits that I've ever chafed in training, I think you've got to just presume they're going to chafe in a race and absolutely cover them with anti-chafe. Did you get any chafe?
I did not today, no.
That's good. It's nothing worse. In Thailand, with like all the heat, the sweat, the humidity, I had the worst chafe I've ever had, and it was in places I didn't even know you could. And when you're getting poured ice and cold water getting poured over your head and down your back, and then it's just stinging all the bits that were, it was not great, but yeah.
Key question, chafing or chaffing?
Chafing.
Yeah,
chafing. Yeah.
Is that a northeast of Scotland thing, or is that?
I don't know. Maybe
we're in the chafing club.
Some votes on the comments for that one.
I think so. Okay, we're probably about an hour after you finished the race. What was your post-race sort of ritual on how to recover? What do you do post-race?
Well, it just made me think. It's like, oh, I didn't actually do a cool down. Normally I would definitely go and do a bit of a cool down, but for whatever reason today didn't. Just enjoying chatting to people. It's been ages since I've been at a local race. It's been so nice to just catch up with friends and just chill out. I suppose I got my torque recovery shake pretty quick, got that in. I think it's really important. I always feel much better if I can get food in quick, so had a bit of soup with vegetables that was provided, torque recovery shake that's got kind of, I think it's like 3-to-1 ratio carb to protein, and I'll go and have a banana now and hydrate all the way home. Had a bit of cake as well, so just basically get as much food in. And yeah, just like I said, today my priority was just enjoying the finish line and just enjoying chatting to people and stuff, so yeah.
Between races, what's your normal diet? Do you count your macros? How does it?
I kind of quite intuitively eat, I would say. So I like listen to if, am I craving carbs and sugar, and if I am, then probably need more sugar,
Yeah.
carb. And no, I don't count things. I kind of work a bit more of a try and have like half a plate of vegetables with my meals. I try and have a good palm size protein portion. I have like a lot of carbs of whole grains, pasta or things like that, potatoes. Try and have like some healthy fats in my meal as well, so the meals are all balanced and 3 really good meals, and then I don't shy away from snacking between, and there'll generally be a bit of carb and protein in snacks. So yeah, I don't count, and I know I probably need like 2 protein shakes a day as well on top of that, otherwise I feel I can't get enough protein in. So I'll tend to have, in the morning I'll tend to have a protein shake, tend to have another pound a day as a snack, or maybe like about an hour before going to bed. So that's kind of the daily thing, but it is, I can't like stress enough to anyone doing ultra running that we've got to get loads of food in.
Yes.
It's like eat plenty always, and if I also try and listen, and if I'm a bit tired and I shouldn't really be tired, then I'll like back off things like caffeine, like stimulants, which I think we need to just like rest our body from them when we're tired. It might seem the opposite, and what we quite often do is reach for more and more caffeine because we're really tired, but I strip that back. So I haven't had actually any caffeine all week because I was quite tired at the start of the week, and yeah, felt good today. So
Okay. During a race, do you have any sort of mantras that you tell yourself?
I think just like today they kind of change a little bit depending on the course and stuff. I would say I do at the later stages of a lot of ultras, it is like one foot in front of the other. But today I remember I was actually giving myself quite a lot of positive self-talk because it was going well and I was chuffed, and also about kind of just focusing on relaxing. Like I've been noticing in training a bit lately, like my face, I think maybe with the wind, getting battered by the wind, is like my face going like all the time, like really tight. So it's like focusing on relaxing everything and not like striving too hard when I'm running, and just keeping a really relaxed technique and form, and I think I run better that way. So yeah, just a lot of like, right, just relax, just like get into like a nice comfy flow. And
Leading up to a race, whether it's the hours before, days before, do you have any pre-race rituals?
not massively, but there is a lot of organisation required for a lot of our ultras, so I try to get everything organised quite early. Like even for this race today, I'd packed everything up on Friday, and the race is obviously on the Sunday, so, and that just helps me to kind of be in a good headspace. And so that's a bit of a ritual, but nothing like too kind of, there's nothing like, I don't know, I know some people probably have like quite cool ones, but that is just a bit of like basically just try and get organised and get my shit together, and tends to lead to a more relaxed day before the race rather than rushing around and
Yep.
up at 10 o'clock the night before packing gels and stuff. So, yeah.
You said earlier that you used to play football. do you still play football, and how do you think that lateral movement sports plays with running?
Yeah, I think the lateral movement stuff built up a really good kind of fundamental skills base for me. I think it really helps for trail running and the technical trail. I'd love to still play, and I was tempted. There was an opportunity on a Friday night in Bankery. There's a women's football group, so I was really keen to get back into it, but it's tough balancing up. There's a bit more risk of getting injured. I did chat with James Cruikshank, physio, and I said, what do you think about it? And he actually was quite supportive of it, and again, he believes it's really beneficial. So yeah, it might happen yet. It might happen yet, but I didn't feel it was the right now, but we'll see soon. Yeah.
Well, I think I've taken too much of your time already, so
it's all right. We've just got to get back and get the dog out for a walk, because he's been left for a few hours.
Well, he's the most important person in the household.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Well, thank you, Meryl, and hopefully see everybody else next time.
Yeah. Thank you.